Imagine there is a mushroom whose active compounds actually reach your brain, cross the blood-brain barrier, and start working right there. This is lion's mane mushroom, Hericium erinaceus. Your body has a very serious defense system, the blood-brain barrier. It is a filter whose job is to let only what is truly needed reach your brain. Most active compounds simply stop here. No matter that you swallow them, no matter that they circulate in your blood, they never make it to your brain. What makes lion's mane special is that some of its compounds, such as hericinones and erinacines, are able to cross this defensive line. They do not just circulate through the body, they actually reach brain tissue, right where your memory, focus, mood, and the resilience of your nervous system are decided. This is the first reason why this mushroom is so exciting. It does not act in theory, but exactly where you need it most, in your brain. What does lion's mane do to the nervous system? Your brain and nervous system are like a huge network, billions of nerve cells with thousands of connections between them. If these cells are damaged, die, or simply get tired, there is a price to pay. Memory worsens, thinking slows down, focus drops, and you lose your temper more easily. One of the key factors in the condition of nerve tissue is the so-called nerve growth factor, or NGF. This is a protein that helps create new nerve cells, supports the survival of existing cells, stimulates the formation and strengthening of connections between nerve cells. When the active compounds of lion's mane cross the blood-brain barrier, they stimulate NGF production. In other words, they help your wiring, the network of nerve pathways that transmit impulses, not only to be preserved, but to be rebuilt where needed. In animal studies, researchers have observed that animals given lion's mane showed faster regeneration of damaged nerves, regained nerve function sooner, and had better recognition memory and learning ability. It is as if someone were rearranging the cables in the network so that everything runs faster and more clearly. So far, this sounds promising in animals, but what about humans? In Japan, researchers conducted a study involving adults aged 50 to 80 with mild cognitive impairment. For 16 weeks, they took a lion's mane supplement every day. By the end of week 16, they performed better on memory and attention tests. Their cognitive functioning improved, and their thinking became noticeably sharper. Not surprisingly, our own experience and the countless pieces of feedback we have received say the same thing. Taking lion's mane significantly improves mental abilities. This, on its own, is a strong result, but there is an important lesson in it. When the participants stopped taking lion's mane, the improvement slowly faded. What does this tell you? That lion's mane is not a one-off magic pill. It really works when you use it consistently over the long term. In other words, when you take it regularly. It is like maintenance for your brain. As long as you do it, you feel the effect. When you stop, the system gradually returns to its old state. Other studies also measured mood. In those who took lion's mane, anxiety decreased, defected symptoms eased, and overall well-being improved. Not because it is a happiness pill, but because the nervous system became more stable, more resilient, and more able to cope with stress. Nerve regeneration, when the body tries to repair, and the mushroom helps. If a nerve is damaged due to injury, inflammation, or overload, regeneration is slow and uncertain. Your body does try to repair it, but this often takes months or years, and the restoration is not always complete. This is where the active compounds of lion's mane come in. In animal experiments, scientists observed that damaged nerve fibers grew back faster. The insulation of the nerves, the myelin sheath, regenerated sooner, and nerve signaling was rebuilt, as if the cables had been refurbished. The message is not, eat lion's mane and it will fix everything. The message is, if your nervous system is under heavy load anyway, stress, lack of sleep, excessive screen time, mental overload, then this mushroom can be a tool that supports your body's natural repair processes. The big question, why does it matter which product you choose? Here comes the part where most people slip up. We tend to think that if lion's mane or Hericium is written on the box, then it hardly matters which one we buy. But it matters a lot. The real power of lion's mane lies in its active compounds. But how much of these compounds actually end up in the capsule and become available to your body depends greatly on how the product is made. Here are a few areas where products can differ dramatically. It is not the same whether the product uses the fruiting body of the mushroom, only the mycelium, or some kind of blend. The different parts contain hericenones and erinacines, the very compounds that act on the brain, in different proportions. It is not the same whether the product is just a plain powder, a simply dried and ground mushroom, or a standardized extract. The point of extraction is to concentrate the active molecules. But this is an expensive, precise process, and not every manufacturer invests in it. The method of processing also matters. High temperatures, poorly controlled drying, oxidation. These can all destroy sensitive active compounds. Is there quality control? In a serious product, they measure the active ingredient content, polysaccharides, hericenones, erinacines, heavy metal contamination, lead, mercury, arsenic, microbiological purity, molds, bacteria. With a cheap, no-name product, these are often just nice promises, not real batch-by-batch measured results. Same label, completely different reality. From the outside, all you see is a capsule with the label Lion's Mane. But in one box, there is a carefully cultivated, gently processed, standardized extract. In the other, a cheap, low-potency powder of uncertain origin. One of them may genuinely be able to support the regeneration of your nervous system, improve your mental performance, ease certain symptoms of anxiety and mental fatigue. The other may do little more than reassure you that you're doing something for yourself, while in reality, not much of substance is happening. Because Lion's Mane on its own is not magic. The magic starts when you choose a high-quality product and use it consistently. That is how you give your future self a real chance, by supporting the functioning of your brain and nervous system so you can stay in good mental shape for longer.